There hasn't been a better time to become a part of the Cardano community. The opportunity to learn and grow with the ecosystem while still in its infancy is highly underrated and should not be overlooked. As things start to accelerate post-Vasil, building your blockchain and Cardano knowledge now is going to prove to be extremely valuable. See, for many outside of Cardano, they see only a few DApps and ultimately lack the bigger picture perspective. Without investigating what's under the hood, the roadmap, significance of Vasil, mammoth protocols moments away from being deployed, and growing community that's fully engaged, they completely overlook this all and conclude that there's nothing to see. What I see is a blank canvas of an ecosystem waiting to explode off the back of years of scientific research and superior technology. No blockchain that's come before, and likely any that will come thereafter, has or will ever implement this same approach. This is what makes Cardano unique and a trailblazer in this respect. When it comes to navigating the blockchain space, this is a moment in time where awareness is the single most important quality you can possess. Welcome back for today's installment of Cardano Insights, where we track the all-important developments at the very pulse of Cardano and its ecosystem each weekday. So let's get straight into it. Now, with thoughts of awareness in mind, I know yesterday after addressing the clown world and uninformed opinions on Cardano that are rife in this space, I mentioned that I tried to steer away from this topic to focus more on Cardano developments. However, waking up this morning to this tweet from Messari, and the fact that you guys seem to enjoy the dismantling of the latest Crypto Banter podcast, I thought I'd share this with you to provide a further insight on how a so-called professional crypto research firm are so blatantly demonstrating that they are indeed a major contributor to the biased narrative towards Cardano. So we've highlighted on a few occasions on this channel how Cardano is far too often omitted from Messari's crypto reporting, and if you remember a few weeks back, they even addressed the backlash online, claiming to watch this space, referring to the fact that reporting on Cardano is coming. Well, after the most recent omission, leaving Cardano out of a report when analysing Solana against what they framed as other top L1 smart contract platforms, in what seems to be a very knee-jerk response, they gave us this tweet: among the growing ecosystems, Cardano is priced more aggressively. The up-and-coming Vasil hard fork is slated to bring significant improvements to Cardano, specifically higher throughput and smart contract enhancements, referencing ADA being overpriced for the size of this ecosystem, factoring Vasil as a driver for this. Firstly, the very nature of this tweet, the language used, stats that they chose to focus on, and the fact that they felt the need to act Cardano well speaks volumes about the motivations behind it. Extremely reactive, without substance and unprofessional. After omitting Cardano so blatantly, the best they could manage was to tweet that Cardano is aggressively priced and using meaningless, inaccurate vanity metrics in an attempt to back up this claim. This is clearly a passive-aggressive tweet from Messari and puts their true colours out on full display. For those that aren't aware, ADA was a prominent voice in the Cardano ecosystem, is well known for challenging their research reports, and the fact that they felt the need to at him with this piece of garbage is almost as if saying, you want Cardano reporting, then here you go, have it. It's laughable, but equally entertaining. This tweet literally serves no purpose other than to highlight their lack of ability to truly survey, collate and publish accurate information on the state of the crypto landscape. Everything from the language used, clear reactiveness of this tweet itself, and agenda behind this outfit couldn't be more obvious, and I fear for any retail investor who uses their data as a source to navigate crypto. Another concerning thing about the credibility of this publication is the sheer lack of engagement. With over 260,000 supposed followers on Twitter, when scrolling through their timeline, the lack of likes, retweets and interactions really does not add up against the amount of followers they have. In fact, this response by ADA has significantly higher engagement than the original tweet itself, and majority of their tweets in general. The followers seem highly inflated, rather like the TVL statistics of some of the chains they love providing maximum exposure to. In the report itself, of which this piece about Cardano was taken from, it focuses on analysis of non-EVM chains in a bear market. This is the key insight they surmise from the data. Among the leading non-EVM chains, Solana towers over its competitors in most fundamental metrics. It has created an independent, thriving ecosystem, but heated competition is on the horizon. As such, it is priced conservatively compared to its smaller peers. This is pretty embarrassing and goes a long way in confirming the bias they have towards protecting their own interests and positions. To claim Cardano is priced aggressively and Solana in comparison conservatively, with the view that it towers above its competitors for most metrics, displays exactly why reports they publish are just manipulated nonsense. It's been well documented Solana's TVL was highly inflated by an elaborate scheme using multiple stacked DeFi protocols to count the same dollars multiple times, inflated TPS by including consensus votes, not to mention the inflated transaction count, wallets and NFT volumes. With Solana's history when it comes to fabricated metrics, the comparisons they're attempting to make with Cardano are simply meaningless. Everything about this chain screams centralization and a huge retail trap where the VCs get richer, and the metrics are continuously inflated to lure more unsuspecting participants to play their sick game. Yet still, in Messari's professional research analysis, Solana is towering above its competitors and Cardano is aggressively priced. You really couldn't make this up. If this isn't shilling, then I don't know what is. They really should be ashamed of themselves. Whilst I personally have never had any respect for them, this continuous display of shilling by the use of spreading misinformation under the guise of professional researchers is frankly disgusting and should be challenged until they fix up or disappear completely. So what have we learned from this? Well, I'd say not a lot, other than ADA's engagement is towering above Messari's despite having under half the following. They continue to shill with their own interest in mind. They remain ignorant to Solana's beefed up metrics and still have a complete lack of understanding when it comes to Cardano's EUTXO model for measuring transactions. But like I always say, Cardano's success is not dependent on Messari, nor is it convincing the naysayers or current users in blockchain. Cardano's success is dependent on its delivery against the roadmap and its growing community who share the vision in delivering a world financial operating system. Maybe Messari should have taken a look at this data published in the latest Kraken report. When reviewing the network transaction volume, also known as on-chain settlement value, which is a strong metric used to reference network demand as it measures the aggregated value of funds users are transferring. This metric captures the USD equivalent value of each crypto asset on-chain transfer activity during each day. As you can see here, Cardano's on-chain volume continues to increase, marking a 268% rise year to date and 16% up month on month. This is as a direct result of the growth in user activity, DApps being deployed, and the continuation of development currently taking place in its ecosystem. Now, what's truly driving the Cardano ecosystem forwards is the amazing developers we have amongst the community. MLabs, an IOG Plutus partner who work regularly with IOG developing the Cardano blockchain and its ecosystem, are a great example of this. The team at MLabs are responsible for assisting the development of projects such as Liquid, SundaySwap and MinSwap, to name but a few. Building out tools and solutions that make the DApp development process smoother is vital not only to speed up ecosystem growth, but also attract more developers to build out on Cardano. Now check out this interesting catalyst proposal by MLabs, which aims to do just that. So the proposal itself identifies the lack of language agnostic mechanisms available to specify the types used in Cardano DApps, which reduces cross-language interoperability and increases the time spent on connecting on-chain, off-chain and analytics. So what they're proposing is a configuration-based mechanism for specifying DApp data types and associated tooling for producing type libraries with common operations for popular language or PAB environments. A significant percentage of DApp development effort is spent on dealing with serialization and deserialization issues between on-chain code types, off-chain and front-end, and analytics databases. The major source of delay in project timelines could be eliminated if types would be language agnostically defined once per DApp, with serialization and deserialization code for multiple targets generated automatically from the agnostic definition. The successful adoption of this project would radically increase developer productivity while decreasing the amount of unnecessary tedious error-prone code that needs to be manually written and curated. I think this demonstrates that whilst we're significantly early in terms of the Cardano ecosystem taking shape, we have an engaged developer community, not only identifying the limitations or problems developers face, but providing the necessary solutions. This is just one example of many that on a daily basis developers are refining the tooling available, which in the long term is going to positively impact growth and adoption as developing on Cardano becomes more efficient and a smoother process. One of the greatest strengths I've identified amongst the developer community on Cardano is whilst they can be highly critical of the current limitations, they are extremely proactive, determined and highly capable in delivering the solutions, and it's these qualities that will continue to evolve the Cardano blockchain and its ecosystem into the beast that we all know it's destined to be. If you're interested, I've linked the proposal in the description below. Now, as promised, I did say that I'll be tracking the progress of BookToken, and I know many of you have reached out to me showing how much you also love the project. I am really sold on the utility it brings to the ecosystem, and in time I think it's going to prove to be a tremendous asset on the Cardano blockchain, in driving user activity and adoption. We recently highlighted real-time examples of this taking place, where new users who had never before entered the blockchain space, their first experience in this world was the purchase of a Cardano for the Masses book as a DAA NFT. That's pretty incredible. Just think, as this scales up and more books become available, the kind of adoption this could drive. Now for the update. As you can see here, the next full ebook mint is going to take place this Thursday in the form of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. 1,000 unique books with 110 unique covers, 49 ADA each, or 40 ADA for people who participated in the Gutenberg mint. So if Frankenstein is your thing, then I've linked the details in the description below. So before we close out today, I just wanted to highlight that with the mid-month update in mind and hopes that the date for Vasil is going to be confirmed, these next 2 to 4 weeks are likely to get real busy in the Cardano ecosystem. I'm going to be closely tracking all the progress here and hone in on the major projects that are about to be deployed. Step by step, we're going to be following all the developments and analyse their impacts as we sit back and enjoy this all play out. Bull or bear market, we have far more to look forward to on Cardano than anywhere else in the blockchain space, and it's literally just getting started. So that's it for today's instalment of Cardano Insights, as we continue to spread those positive Cardano vibes. If you found value in the content, then please be sure to comment, share, like, and subscribe to the channel. I really do appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow with your daily roundup, and until then, thanks for watching, have a great day, and as always, keep it Cardano.